Kakamega County Governor Fernandes Barasa has been grilled by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission over the role he played in KETRACO, which led to the loss of 18 billion shillings in penalties over the construction of a power line in Turkana. The investigation is in line with the recommendations of the Public Investment Committee that wants those involved in the deals held accountable for the losses, as Brenda Wanga now reports.
The Kakamega governor's time at the helm of the Kenya Electricity Transmission Company, KETRACO, has come back to haunt him. Fernandes Barasa spent the better part of the day answering questions from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission over the role of KETRACO in the payment of over 18 billion shillings to a private company contracted to construct a transmission line for power generated from the Turkana wind power project in Loyangalani. Barasa spent the better part of Monday at Integrity House, where he was questioned by EACC detectives who sought to understand what role KETRACO played in the contract that ended up consuming billions of taxpayers' money in a project that had been intended to increase Kenya's power supply and lower energy costs. The Turkana wind power project, the largest wind farm in Africa, was meant to have added a new 400 kV power substation near Loyangalani, while KETRACO was meant to have constructed the transmission interconnector to evacuate the power from the plant to the national grid. The process of issuing the tender for that bid and the subsequent implementation of that contract is what now has the newly minted Kakamega governor before the EACC investigators. A Public Investment Committee report of June this year recommended that the anti-graft body investigates KETRACO's management on a number of issues relating to that contract, including how the government entity managed the contract of the construction of the transmission interconnector. It also wants KETRACO probed for failing to secure wayleaves and signing addenda to that contract that led to delays in the completion of the line and exposed Kenyan taxpayers to deemed generated energy amounting to 18.49 billion shillings and higher energy bills. The report also shows that KETRACO contracted a Spanish company, EACC, to undertake the construction of the line in 24 months with stiff penalties for failure to deliver within the set timelines. The company, however, ran into challenges resulting in 3 extensions and eventual termination of the contract after EACC declared bankruptcy to complete the over 400-kilometer project, but that delay of 32 months came at a heavy cost to the taxpayer. Aside from KETRACO's management, the Public Investment Committee wants the accounting officers of the Ministry of Energy to be held accountable for not conducting an independent legal risk assessment prior to the execution of the contracts for a capital-intensive project such as the one in contention. Former Energy PS Secretary Joseph Njoroge, who served as PS in the docket, has already been grilled. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.